Kill him, Titan. Kill him. Kill him. Oh. Come on, spec him. Oh, got him. Oh, 90. That was trash. Oh, 500. When you're ready, grab your cup of tea, sit back, relax, and enjoy. Hey guys, welcome to a video I've been wanting to make for quite some time now, a video on minigames in RuneScape 3, more specifically group minigames. Now the reason I wanted to make this video is because back in the day we all loved minigames, and most of us still do. However, for some reason minigames are dead content. For the most part, apart from minigames like Shattered Worlds and such, until you have the abilities and useful rewards unlocked, and then those are also neglected. Now the reason I do minigames on stream so often is because I want people to get involved in content that used to be extremely popular back in the day. Nowadays a minigame will only be active on Spotlight if it has rewards that are worth getting. Otherwise minigames are completely dead content, and that's a shame because it's such a nice part of the game that goes all the way back to the roots of RuneScape. I mean, how many of you guys watching right now remember the good days of Stealing Curation, Castle Wars, Clan Wars, Fist of Guthix? The names of these minigames should sound familiar to you veterans watching. Now I personally came back into the game for Clan Wars, and to my surprise, even post EOC, in RuneScape 3 even, Clan Wars was still pretty popular and there were still playoffs with 70 plus people on each side, although these were actually events that were scheduled, and regular Clan Wars at any given point in time maybe wasn't as active, but you could still definitely find players there, as all of the time I spent playing RuneScape was actually in Clan Wars, with some exceptions of membership from 2013 to 2015. I even have a bunch of private and public playoffs on my RuneScape channel. But what exactly happened to the popularity of other minigames post EOC? Well, one factor of course is that the player count is much lower than what it used to be, and for that reason there will be less players interested in minigames, which is obvious. But the elephant in the room is that we as players have changed. We have a different view on games. Even veterans at some point will have changed their mindset about RuneScape, because nowadays it's more about efficiency than having fun or the journey. I myself experienced this when first going for max, and only nearing the end did I realize that I actually appreciated the grind and the journey leading up to max. Now, I'm not trying to say that this is every single RuneScape 3 player's mindset. There are plenty of players out there that purely play for fun and do not care about efficiency when playing this game. But there's a bigger problem with the newer games these days. Games require constant or instant gratification. This is especially noticeable in games that are made for younger audiences with a shorter attention span. Now, I'm saying this because many games in RuneScape do not give you constant gratification. You are not earning anything for your account with most minigames, apart from bonus experience points. And because it's not the best method in the game, or the best thing to do, players would rather do something else, like a Lumbridge Crater event, or just regular skilling or bossing. This has to be one of the reasons why minigames are almost dead content. Now, there are players out there that absolutely love minigames, including myself, but I can't help but notice that when I host a boss mass on stream, there are so many more players that join in compared to doing a minigame like Castle Wars or Fist of Guthix, where a decent amount of people join in, but it's considerably less than when I'm doing a boss mass, including the viewer count, by the way, with the exception of Fist of Guthix, which was actually pretty popular. You can also notice this if I were to upload a guide to, let's say, Stealing Curation. I bet you it would only get around 1,000 to maybe 2,000 views in a month on YouTube, compared to a bossing guide which would get much more. That is because RuneScape 3 is now PVMscape, which is a shame because I'm sure Jagex could even add even more modern minigames which could be very interesting and fun to do as well. All of the minigames nowadays are graphically outdated, and old and never get touched for the reason that they are not popular whatsoever. And that's a shame. Now you may notice me doing many of these mini games in legacy mode, like Stealing Curation and Fist of Guthix, because that's the way they were supposed to be played. EOC really isn't a very good combat system for PvP, as I've covered in previous videos. And a lot of people agree with me that legacy is more nostalgic and a more fitting combat style for many of these mini games. I think EOC as a combat system could also be a contributing factor to the decline of the popularity of the mini games. So is there anything that can be done? Will minigames ever thrive again in RuneScape? And to be honest, I don't think they will ever will, even if Jang-X makes big changes, or we as the players start doing them more often. I think minigames are something of the past, which is quite sad, but apart from a few unlocks, I don't think the other minigames will ever be as alive as they were pre-EOC. Unless they were to be made into some kind of epic training method, but I don't think people would want that either. But luckily I will be doing more minigames on stream, so if you're interested in that, follow my Twitch account, linked in the description below. And with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it interesting. Catch you guys later. Peace.